My friends, the greatest battle ever fought is not on the fields of war, nor in the courts of kings. It is waged within the chambers of the mind. Every morning, before the world lays its demands upon you, before doubt has a chance to creep in, you must seize control of your thoughts. Success is not an accident. It is the deliberate cultivation of thought, the discipline of belief, and the repetition of purpose. Speak these words to yourself, not as empty affirmations, but as commands, commands that bend the universe to your will. I am the master of my thoughts, and today I choose success. The moment I wake up, before my feet even touch the ground, I remind myself of this fundamental truth. My mind is the architect of my destiny. The thoughts I entertain, the beliefs I reinforce, and the attitude I adopt shape the reality I experience. Every individual who has ever risen from obscurity to greatness has understood this secret, that success is not a product of chance, but of deliberate mental discipline. The mind, like a garden, will grow whatever is planted in it. If I allow weeds of doubt, fear, and limitation to take root, they will choke out my potential. But if I plant seeds of confidence, determination, and vision, my life will yield a harvest of success. The world does not dictate my thoughts, I do. Circumstances, no matter how challenging, do not have power over me unless I allow them to. The greatest men and women in history faced adversity far greater than I could imagine, yet they refused to let their environment control their destiny. They understood that the mind, when properly directed, is the most powerful tool known to man. And so, I choose to direct my mind with purpose. I refuse to entertain thoughts of failure, for failure exists only when I accept it as final. Every setback, every challenge, every obstacle is merely an opportunity to refine my approach and strengthen my resolve. I choose to fill my mind with images of triumph, success, and prosperity. I do not permit negative thoughts to linger, for they are thieves of my potential. The moment doubt arises, I crush it with certainty. When fear whispers in my ear, I drown it out with faith. I am aware that every great achievement begins with a single dominant thought, and so I ensure that my thoughts are aligned with the life I am determined to create. My mind is a magnet, drawing to me the people, circumstances, and opportunities that will aid my progress. Therefore, I guard my thoughts with the vigilance of a watchman, allowing only those that serve my purpose to take residence. Today, I choose success. I choose to see myself as capable, worthy, and deserving of the best that life has to offer. I do not wait for permission to achieve greatness. I claim it now. I do not seek validation from others, for I know that my belief in myself is the only validation I need. My goals are not dreams to be wished for, but realities waiting to be claimed. And I claim them not through idle hope, but through unwavering conviction and relentless action. I understand that my thoughts must be supported by action, for thought without action is powerless. Therefore, I move with intention, making every decision a step toward my desired future. I speak with confidence, walk with purpose, and act with conviction. My body language, my words, my energy all reflect the success I have already claimed in my mind. The world does not yet see what I see, but that does not matter. I see it, I believe it, and because I believe it, it will come to pass. I do not allow temporary circumstances to distract me from my ultimate goal. Challenges may arise, but they do not define me. I define myself, and I define myself as a person who succeeds. The world may try to shake my faith, but it will not succeed, for my belief is unshakable. I am the master of my thoughts, and my thoughts are those of a winner. My mind is fixed on the vision I have created, and nothing will deter me from it. So today and every day, I choose success. Not by accident, not by luck, but by deliberate decision. My thoughts are my command, my mind is my fortress, and my destiny is in my hands. Every challenge is an opportunity in disguise, and I welcome them with courage. Life does not hand out success freely. It tests, it refines, and it strengthens those who are worthy of it. The obstacles I face are not punishments, they are stepping stones. Every challenge I encounter is designed to teach me something, to push me further, to reveal strengths within me that I have not yet discovered. Most people fear difficulty. They see hardship as something to avoid, something unfair, something that holds them back. But I refuse to be like most people. I do not fear challenges. I welcome them, because I know that hidden within every struggle is the seed of an equal or greater advantage waiting to be uncovered by those with the courage to persist. Greatness has never been achieved in comfort. The strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. The tallest trees withstand the fiercest storms. The most powerful minds are those that have been tested by adversity and have emerged victorious. When others shrink back in fear, I step forward with boldness. When others complain, I take action. When others see problems, I see possibilities. It is not the situation that determines my success, but how I respond to it. The weak allow circumstances to control them, but I am not weak. I am the master of my fate, and no obstacle can break my spirit. Setbacks do not discourage me, they drive me. When I am met with resistance, I push harder. When the road is blocked, I find another way. When doors close, I build my own. The history of mankind is filled with stories of those who turn challenges into stepping stones, men and women who refuse to let hardship define them. If they could do it, so can I. The same power that lifted them to greatness resides within me, waiting to be unleashed. It is not a question of whether I will succeed. It is only a question of when. I train my mind to see beyond temporary discomfort. I understand that pain is often the price of progress. A person who avoids difficulty also avoids growth. But I am not here to remain the same. I am here to evolve, to expand, to become more than I was yesterday. So I do not resist challenges, I embrace them. I meet them with a mindset of determination, knowing that they will reveal new strengths, new wisdom, and new levels of resilience within me. I do not waste energy complaining about obstacles, for complaints change nothing. Action is my response. Solutions are my focus. While others see hardship as the end, I see it as a new beginning. I know that the only way to develop true confidence is to overcome struggle, to prove to myself time and time again that no matter what comes my way, I have the power to rise above it. Every challenge I conquer adds another layer of strength to my character. It sharpens my mind, toughens my spirit, and deepens my understanding of what I am truly capable of. There is no force strong enough to stop a mind that refuses to give up. I am that mind. I am that force. I have already decided that I will not be defeated. I may stumble, but I will never stay down. I may be tested, but I will never surrender. I may struggle, but I will never quit. The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory, and I am willing to fight for what I want. Challenges are not barriers, they are invitations, opportunities to prove my strength, to refine my character, and to prepare myself for the greatest successes that lie ahead. When I face difficulties, I remind myself that they are temporary. No challenge lasts forever. The storm will pass, the sun will rise, and I will emerge stronger than before. I welcome the tests that life throws at me, for I know they are shaping me into the person I am meant to become. Every challenge is an opportunity in disguise, and I face them with the unshakable courage of someone who knows that nothing can stand between me and my destiny. I possess the power to shape my destiny through my actions and persistence. No force in the world can dictate my future except for me. My destiny is not written in the stars, nor is it handed to me by luck or chance. It is carved by the sweat of my efforts, the strength of my decisions, and the fire of my persistence. I refuse to be a spectator in my own life, waiting for circumstances to shift in my favor. I take full responsibility for where I am and where I am going. I understand that my actions today determine my results tomorrow. My thoughts create my vision, but it is my actions that bring that vision to life. The difference between those who dream and those who achieve is action. It is easy to hope, to wish, to desire a better future, but only those who take bold, consistent action will ever grasp it. I do not wait for the perfect moment because I know the perfect moment does not exist. I do not hesitate. I do not procrastinate. I do not allow fear to paralyze me. I move forward, even when the path is unclear, because movement itself creates opportunities. Action is the bridge between where I am and where I want to be, and I cross it with determination. I understand that success is not built overnight, nor is it given to those who merely show interest. It belongs to those who persist when others quit. I will encounter setbacks, disappointments, and difficulties, but they do not deter me. They are merely tests, proving how badly I want what I am working for. Every great person in history faced failure, but they refused to let it define them. They understood that persistence is the key that unlocks every closed door. I embody that same spirit. I persist when the odds are against me. I persist when progress seems slow. I persist when others doubt me, because I do not need their approval. I only need my belief in myself. There is no limit to what I can achieve when I refuse to give up. My potential is infinite, and I tap into it through relentless action. Every small step I take compounds over time, creating unstoppable momentum. I do not look for shortcuts because I know that real success is built on discipline and consistency. I am willing to do what others will not, so I can live the life others cannot. When I commit to something, I see it through. My word is my bond, and I do not make excuses. I understand that my destiny is not determined by where I come from, by what has happened to me, or by the challenges I face. My past does not define my future. My actions do. I refuse to blame circumstances, people, or events for where I am. I take full control of my life, knowing that every decision I make is shaping the person I am becoming. I have the power to create my future, and I do so with purpose and intention. No one will fight for my dreams as fiercely as I will. No one will put in the hours, the effort, the dedication for me. It is up to me, and I embrace that responsibility with pride. I do not seek an easy path. I seek a worthy one. I choose to rise every time I fall. I choose to take action even when doubt creeps in. I choose to persist, knowing that success is inevitable for those who refuse to quit. I possess the power to shape my destiny, and I exercise that power every single day. I do not wait for opportunities. I create them. I do not wait for permission. I take what is mine. Through my actions and my persistence, I am building the future I desire, one step at a time. Nothing will stop me because I refuse to stop. Wealth, health, and happiness flow toward me because my mind attracts abundance. The universe responds to the energy I put into it. My thoughts, beliefs, and expectations shape the reality I experience. If I fill my mind with thoughts of scarcity, limitation, and struggle, I will attract those very conditions into my life. But when I train my mind to think in terms of abundance, opportunity, and success, the world bends in my favor. I understand that abundance is not reserved for a select few. It is available to anyone who is willing to claim it. I do not wait for permission to receive wealth, health, or happiness. I know that these things are already on their way to me because my mind is tuned to receive them. I reject the idea that success is difficult to attain or that I must struggle endlessly to achieve it. Struggle is only necessary when the mind is clouded by doubt and fear. I choose to clear those doubts and replace them with absolute certainty that abundance is mine. I do not allow negative thoughts to linger because they are weeds that choke the growth of prosperity. Instead, I water the seeds of positive expectation, knowing that what I focus on expands. My mind is like a magnet, and I choose to magnetize wealth, health, and happiness toward me. I recognize that wealth is not just about money. It is about freedom, options, and the ability to create impact. Money is simply a tool, and I welcome it into my life, knowing that it allows me to do more, be more, and give more. I do not fear money, nor do I see it as something scarce or hard to attain. I see it as energy, constantly flowing and circulating, and I position myself to receive it effortlessly. I align myself with opportunities that bring prosperity. I attract the right people, the right ideas, and the right circumstances that lead to financial success. I do not chase wealth. I attract it through my mindset, my actions, and my unwavering belief that I am deserving of it. I also understand that true abundance includes health. My body is my vehicle for achieving my dreams, and I honor it with care and attention. I do not take my health for granted, nor do I allow stress and negativity to weaken me. I maintain a strong and vibrant body by feeding it nourishing thoughts, foods, and movement. I see myself as energetic, powerful, and full of life. Every day I grow stronger, healthier, and more vibrant because my mind commands my body to align with wellness. Happiness is not something I wait for, it is something I create. I do not depend on circumstances or external events to bring me joy. I generate my own happiness by choosing gratitude, optimism, and a deep appreciation for life. I do not dwell on what is missing. I celebrate what I have. I understand that happiness is a state of mind, and I cultivate it with intention. As I radiate happiness, I attract even more reasons to be joyful. The world mirrors back to me the energy I put out, and because I choose happiness, I receive it in abundance. Every day I reinforce my belief that wealth, health, and happiness are my natural state. I refuse to accept anything less than abundance because I know that my mind creates my reality. I do not allow temporary setbacks to shake my faith in the flow of prosperity. I hold the vision of the life I desire, and I walk confidently toward it, knowing that the universe is working in my favor. My mind is programmed for success, and because of that, everything I desire is making its way to me. Wealth, health, and happiness are not things I hope for. They are things I expect, and they flow toward me effortlessly. Fear has no place in my heart. I replace it with unwavering faith in my abilities. Fear is the great paralyzer, the silent thief of dreams. It whispers doubts, creates hesitation, and convinces people to accept far less than they are capable of achieving. But I refuse to be ruled by fear. I do not allow it to dictate my actions, my decisions, or my future. I know that fear is nothing more than an illusion, a mental construct that loses its power the moment I choose to act in spite of it. Every great achievement in history was made possible by those who pushed past fear and embraced faith. And I am one of those people. I stand firm in my belief that I am strong, capable, and destined for greatness. There was a time when fear controlled me, when I allowed it to shape my thoughts and limit my potential. But I am no longer that person. I have trained my mind to reject fear and replace it with absolute certainty in my ability to succeed. I understand that fear is not real. It is merely a projection of an outcome that has not even happened. It is a choice, and I choose not to engage with it. Instead, I choose faith. I choose belief. I choose confidence. I trust myself completely. I know that I possess everything I need to navigate any challenge, overcome any obstacle, and achieve any goal I set my mind to. The power to succeed is already within me, waiting to be unleashed. I do not wait for perfect circumstances or absolute certainty before I take action. I move forward with faith, knowing that the path will reveal itself as I walk it. The most successful people in the world are not those who never feel fear, but those who refuse to let fear stop them. That is the mindset I have adopted. That is the mindset that will carry me to victory. I understand that fear thrives in inaction. The longer I hesitate, the stronger it becomes. But the moment I take action, it begins to crumble. That is why I do not wait, I do not overthink, I trust my instincts, I make decisions, and I take bold steps forward. I know that even if I stumble, I will learn and grow stronger. Failure does not scare me because I know it is simply a stepping stone to success. The only true failure is allowing fear to stop me from trying. Faith in my abilities gives me an unshakable confidence. I do not rely on external validation to believe in myself. My belief comes from within. I remind myself daily that I am powerful beyond measure, that I am capable of achieving anything I commit to, and that no challenge is greater than my determination. I do not wait for the perfect conditions to start. I start now, and I trust that everything I need will come to me as I move forward. The world belongs to those who dare to believe in themselves when others doubt. It belongs to those who act with courage even when the outcome is uncertain. That is who I am. I do not shrink in the face of difficulty. I rise. I do not run from challenges. I embrace them. I do not let fear control me. I control my thoughts, my actions, and my destiny. With every step I take, my faith in myself grows stronger. I am unstoppable because I refuse to let fear dictate my life. I welcome new opportunities, knowing that I'm prepared to handle them. I push beyond my comfort zone because I know that is where real growth happens. I am fearless in pursuit of my goals, not because fear does not exist, but because my faith is stronger than anything that stands in my way. Fear has no place in my heart. Only faith, confidence, and the unshakable belief that I am meant for greatness. I am grateful for all that I have, and my gratitude multiplies my blessings. Gratitude is the key that unlocks abundance. It is not just a feeling, but a powerful force that shapes my reality. The more I appreciate what I have, the more I receive. I do not wait for great things to happen before I feel grateful. I choose gratitude in every moment, knowing that it is the foundation of a fulfilled life. I acknowledge that every experience, whether joyful or challenging, is a gift that contributes to my growth. Instead of focusing on what is missing, I direct my attention to what is already present, and in doing so, I open the doors for even greater blessings to enter my life. I understand that success is not only measured by what I achieve, but also by how deeply I appreciate the journey. Many people chase happiness in the future, believing they will only be content once they reach a certain milestone, but I know better. I refuse to postpone my happiness. I embrace the present moment, recognizing that there is always something to be thankful for. Every breath I take is a gift. Every opportunity, every lesson, every relationship is a treasure. When I wake up in the morning, I do not dwell on what I lack. I celebrate what I have. This mindset of gratitude fuels my motivation, lifts my spirit, and attracts even more goodness into my life. I do not take anything for granted. I understand that even the smallest blessings hold great significance. A kind word, a new opportunity, the strength to keep going. These are all things I cherish. I find joy in the simple moments, and because of that, my life is filled with richness beyond material wealth. Many people spend their days chasing more, always feeling as if they never have enough. But I refuse to fall into that trap. I know that gratitude turns what I have into enough, and in doing so, it invites even more abundance into my life. Gratitude is not just about receiving, it is also about giving. Because I recognize the blessings in my life, I am inspired to share them with others. I uplift, I encourage, and I spread positivity wherever I go. I understand that what I give out returns to me tenfold, and so I give freely, whether it is my time, my energy, or my kindness. I do not wait for special occasions to express appreciation. I make it a daily habit to acknowledge the good in my life and to let others know how much they mean to me. In doing so, I strengthen my relationships and create an environment of joy and fulfillment. No challenge can take away my gratitude. Even in difficult times, I find reasons to be thankful. I know that every hardship carries a lesson, every obstacle builds my strength, and every setback is preparing me for something greater. While others complain about what is wrong, I focus on what is right. This mindset gives me resilience, allowing me to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and confidence. No matter what happens, I trust that life is always working in my favor, and my gratitude reflects that belief. As I continue to express gratitude, I notice how my perspective shifts. The more I focus on abundance, the more I attract it. My health improves, my relationships flourish, and my goals become more attainable. I do not wait for miracles. I create them through the power of appreciation. I move through life with a heart full of thanks, knowing that my gratitude multiplies my blessings. Every day I affirm that I am blessed beyond measure, and because I believe it, I see it manifest in every area of my life. I am relentless in the pursuit of my goals, and nothing can stop me from achieving them. Success is not for the weak-willed. It is not for those who surrender at the first sign of difficulty. It is for those who refuse to accept anything less than victory, for those who see obstacles not as barriers, but as stepping stones. I am one of those people. My goals are not mere wishes or fleeting dreams. They are commitments, promises I make to myself, and I will stop at nothing until they are fulfilled. No setback, no challenge, and no temporary defeat can make me quit, because I do not entertain the idea of failure. I see only two outcomes. I either win or I learn and come back stronger. The world does not reward hesitation, it rewards persistence. Many people start strong but fade when things get tough. I am not like them. I persist when others quit. I push forward when others retreat. I understand that great achievements require sacrifice, discipline, and resilience. I am willing to do what most will not, so I can achieve what most never will. My success is inevitable because I do not stop when I am tired. I stop when I have achieved what I set out to accomplish. There will be moments when the journey feels long, when progress seems slow, and when doubt tries to creep into my mind. But I will not let it take hold. I control my thoughts, and I choose to believe in myself, even when circumstances make it difficult. I remind myself daily that every effort I put in is moving me closer to my goal. Every small victory, every lesson learned, every challenge overcome is proof that I am on the right path. The road to success is not meant to be easy, but I embrace the struggle because I know that struggle creates strength. Excuses have no place in my life. I do not waste time blaming circumstances, luck, or other people. I take full responsibility for my results. If something is not working, I adjust my approach, but I do not give up. I do not wait for motivation, I create it. I do not wait for opportunities, I make them. I do not wait for the right time, I act now. Every second spent hesitating is a second wasted, and I refuse to let time slip through my fingers. I understand that persistence is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. Many people give up when things get tough, but I thrive in adversity. I do not let discomfort deter me because I know that every moment of struggle is forging me into a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of myself. I welcome challenges because they prepare me for greatness. I trust in my ability to overcome anything that stands in my way. My dreams are not just possible, they are inevitable because I am relentless in my pursuit of them. I surround myself with the mindset of a champion. I speak words of victory. I visualize my success. I act as if I have already won because I know that my belief in myself is the most powerful weapon I possess. Doubt has no place in my mind. Hesitation has no place in my actions. The only direction I move is forward, and I move with unstoppable determination. No matter how long it takes, no matter how difficult the path may be, I will not stop. My goals are non-negotiable. My dreams are worth every ounce of effort I put into them. I will not allow fear, doubt, or temporary failure to break my spirit. I am relentless, I am powerful, and I am unstoppable. Nothing can stand between me and the success that is already mine. Every morning, as I speak these words to myself, I reaffirm my power, my purpose, and my unshakable belief in my own success. I do not leave my future to chance. I create it with my thoughts, my actions, and my relentless determination. I know that my mind is the foundation of my reality, and by programming it for success, I make success inevitable. Fear, doubt, and hesitation have no place in my life. I replace them with faith, gratitude, and persistence. I do not dwell on past failures. I focus on future victories. I do not wait for permission to rise. I claim my place at the top. I refuse to settle, and I refuse to quit. No obstacle is stronger than my will, and no challenge can break my spirit. Wealth, health, and happiness flow toward me because I attract them with my thoughts and actions. I see abundance everywhere, and because I believe in it, I receive it. I embrace gratitude, knowing that it multiplies my blessings. I act with courage, knowing that fear is powerless against a determined mind. I persist against all odds, knowing that the only way to fail is to stop trying. Every day, I remind myself of these truths. Every day, I take one more step toward the life I envision. And every day, I grow stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable. I am the master of my destiny, and nothing can stand in my way.